Do you remember that one episode when Cinnamon Bun would basically steal Finn's girlfriend and prevent him from making up with her? Like, don't get me wrong, Finn undoubtedly messed up and crossed the line when he was dating Flame Princess.
Oh, hey kids, fine day for a picnic. Oh, dang. Did you hear that?
And you know, I'm definitely not trying to imply that the woman wasn't capable of making her own decisions or anything. But even with that in mind, I remember this episode making me really mad back in the day for some reason. Like really mad, and a decent amount of you actually seem to have felt the same way with me when it came to the way that this story arc played out on the show.
Man, I love staring out over things. Woo!
So yeah, the episode opens with Flame Princess addressing her subjects by tending to their needs.
Can you help my poor child? His hair is starting to go and we can't afford flame care.
When the Fire Lord Don John decides that it'd be the perfect time for him to break in and accuse our girl of not being evil enough to rule over the Fire Kingdom.
You've been poisoning me. How could you, Ursula?
After helping Flame King to escape his imprisonment, Don John, excited to be rewarded with Phoebe's hand in marriage and wasting absolutely no time, would then proceed to strip our girl of all of her armor and her crown, leading to Flame Princess getting heroically saved by Cinnamon Bun.
Cinnamon Bun!
While having no choice but to leave her subjects in the Flame Kingdom behind in hopes of finding someone who would be strong enough to help her take down the Flame Lord and her father in combat.
Who should we go to for help? Princess Bubblegum?
Nah.
Yeah, of course Phoebe chooses to travel to her adventurer ex-boyfriend for help, who by this point had been working really hard on himself to become a better person for all of the people around him.
Oh, you know me, pretty good with weird stuff.
There were 16 episodes that were released between Frost and Fire and the Red Throne, and during those episodes our boy would be forced to live through some of the most traumatic and character-defining moments of his life. Too Old caused Finn to learn in a pretty horrifying way that in a lot of cases, age wasn't just a number.
Well, I'm thinking maybe age isn't just a number. Maybe older people like really are different.
Finn would lose the demon blood sword that was given to him by his father Joshua as a result of asking an Abracadaniel's Meddling during his time away from Flame Princess as well.
Like that.
Oops.
Moments after this insanity, our boy would also have to spend an inconceivable amount of time without any information on what was happening to Jake while he was trapped inside of Keoph's dimension.
When I say something, you're supposed to disagree, okay?
Okay.
Finn would get his hands on the grass sword during this short time and be taught how to use it effectively by his first actual mentor, Rattleballs.
You gonna kill me, bro?
No. Instead, I will pluck out your eyes with the point of my sword.
The same mentor who would go on to teach our boy about the value of loyalty and respect even when it isn't earned.
I dub thee Sir Rattleballs.
We knew how much Finn had grown as a person during this short amount of time alongside Flame Princess, and naturally as a result of this, most of us were really excited for them to talk it out, even if they'd still come to the conclusion that it would have been best for them to not get back together in a romantic sense.
Then I've been slowly poisoned by my treacherous handmaiden.
But instead of a sincere reunion, we'd get an uncomfortable cock-blocking from one of the most random characters on the entire show.
I think I still have a shot with her, right?
No. He's out of line, but he's right.
To be fair, after rewatching a few of the scenes when Flame Princess and Finn would actually get the chance to talk, it's clear that Cinnamon Bun was only doing what he thought was right for his new friend.
Whoa, you've cooled down a lot.
No funny stuff.
This is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed!
I mean, after the duo would get captured by a couple of the Flame Guards in the Fire Kingdom, the show made it a point to show us that Finn's unwanted advances towards Flame Princess was equally as creepy as the Flame Lord planning on forcing the woman to marry him.
Yeah, it's because you secretly still have feelings for me.
No.
But wait! There's more!
You ever notice that Cinnamon Bun would change completely and become a much more serious character after getting hit with a giant chunk of fire directly into his face?
Ah! Should we keep attacking? Stop!
Like, even during the beginning of this episode, while the guy would manage to save Flame Princess twice, he'd still feel like Cinnamon Bun, you know? This little detail is really interesting because the guy was always referred to as being half-baked before this episode, so it's possible that the fire blast to his noggin could have finished baking him.
She's too dangerous. Find some way to contain her power, or I will.
Either way, I feel like the real reason why this episode rubbed me and so many others the wrong way when we first watched it wasn't because Cinnamon Bun would effectively steal the love of Finn's life at the time, but it was instead because of the fact that Finn and Phoebe breaking up the way that they did just felt phony to begin with.
I thought you were the one person I could... I need some time alone.
Remember how Princess Bubblegum would claim that she didn't believe that raw magic existed during the middle of season 5, going as far as making fun of the very concept of casting spells?
Bama Bama Foo!
Is that a real spell?
No, I'm making fun of spells.
Despite the fact that she's admitted that other characters on the show were capable of casting spells in the past.
What's that sound?
He's casting spells.
Princess Bubblegum declaring that magic didn't exist within her universe felt about as reasonable as Finn deciding that it would be a great idea to play God in his life, especially after the episode All the Little People that just aired earlier in the season.
Weird, but cool. Right, Jake?
I don't like where you're going with this.
During the episode, Magic Man being Magic Man decides to give Finn a pouch filled with a collection of tiny versions of his friends, leading the guy to forcing them to play out all of his deepest and darkest fantasies.
I think it's got something to do with Lady being pregos.
Whoa, what kind of narrative are you trying to create here?
This clear violation against his heroic nature would affect Jake so much that he'd choose to spend 16 weeks away from the treehouse in order for him to cool off.
I'm back! I got over all that messed up stuff you did.
Despite this, Jake would uncharacteristically decide to encourage Finn to pursue his selfish desires of tricking his girlfriend into fighting the Ice King at every possible turn.
Cosmic Owl could be whispering something wildly significant. You have to get Flame Princess and Ice King to fight again so you can see the end of the dream.
Which is beyond ridiculous when you think about it. I mean, Jake explains that Finn should have kept manipulating the situation in order for him to find out what the Cosmic Owl was trying to tell him. But this episode literally takes place after Finn and Jake would both become friends with the guy through Prismo. It's not like the Cosmic Owl was unreachable through morally acceptable means at all. Again, I'm not trying to imply that Finn and Phoebe shouldn't have broken up or that breaking them up ruined the show, but Adventure Time bizarrely made the decision to tear these two apart during the middle of season 5.
What are you doing?
Don't you want to see more?
Oh, my Bjork! No, I don't want to see more.
But wait! There's more!
Wow, that's pretty hardcore.
What?
Good luck, Ben. Hope you win.
I will!
This breakup literally went down at a point in time when we were shown on multiple occasions just how incredibly healthy and supportive that Finn and Phoebe's relationship truly was.